The Haunted Town of Grimshire, A Place You Should Never Visit, Part 1.
An original story by the Double Dutchman. I stand at the edge of Grimshire, the once thriving town now lost in the depths of time. But how did I end up here? Let me take you back to where it all began. At the time, I was a struggling senior university student, desperate for funds to support my thesis before graduation. Late one night, while scouring the depths of the internet for job applications, I stumbled upon a peculiar listing on an online job hunting website. The description was cryptic, yet intriguing, promising a hefty payment of $1,500 Canadian. Fueled by a mixture of curiosity and financial need, I took a leap of faith and decided to inquire further about the mysterious gig. I sent a text message to the anonymous poster, expressing my interest and requesting more details. Little did I know that my life was about to take a sinister turn. Not even a minute after sending the message, my phone rang. Caller ID unknown. I hesitated for a moment, questioning the timing and the urgency of the call. Who would respond so quickly to my inquiry? Despite my skepticism, I answered the call, the voice on the other end sending a shiver down my spine. You seek the gig, do you not? You have piqued my interest, Arthur. There is a bus stop near La Ronge, a town near Grimshire. There is an inn there, and all shall be revealed once you arrive. Heed my words, for there is more to this task than meets the eye, said the anonymous caller. The caller's voice was unlike anything I had ever heard, almost inhuman. It sent chills down my spine, leaving me questioning the true nature of the gig I had stumbled upon. Was the caller using a voice manipulator to conceal their identity? Or was there something truly supernatural at play? Who are you? Why won't you meet me yourself? I responded nervously. I am but a messenger, Arthur. It is not for me to reveal myself. The one you seek will guide you through the forsaken paths of Grimshire. Trust in them, for they hold the key to the secrets that lie within, the anonymous caller said with a very weird voice. But how will I recognize them? What should I expect? I hesitantly said. Fear not, for they will find you. Await them at the designated meeting point, and all shall be revealed. Remember, the path you tread is not for the faint of heart. Brace yourself, Arthur, for Grimshire holds darkness that few can endure, ominously said by the anonymous caller. The call with the unusual voice person left me with more questions than answers. Who was this accomplice? And what role did they play in the enigmatic task that awaited me? With a mix of trepidation and curiosity, I prepared myself for the meeting near La Ronge, Saskatchewan, eager to unravel the mysteries that lay ahead. I embarked on a journey from Minnesota to La Ronge, Saskatchewan, my mind filled with anticipation and a touch of trepidation. As the bus came to a halt, I disembarked at the desolate bus stop, my gaze drawn to a tavern across the road. The tavern, its weathered sign swinging gently in the wind, beckoned to me like a gateway to the unknown. Its name, Maple Leaf Inn, was etched in faded letters. Seems like this tavern was built 100 years ago. I crossed the road and entered the Maple Leaf Inn, its dimly lit interior exuding a dilapidated atmosphere. The sound of conversations of a few people filled the air, providing a subtle backdrop to the enigmatic meeting that awaited me. I took a seat at the bar, my senses heightened with anticipation. After a while of waiting in the quiet tavern, the old man, weathered by the weight of time, sat down beside me. He signaled the bartender and ordered a beer. This town is so small, seems like all of the people here know each other. I can sense that the bartender and this old man have known each other for years. They have been talking about the news of this town and what is left of it. They talked about where their children have gone now that they only have fend off for themselves. And then, the old man took an interest in me and started a conversation. Haven't seen you around here before. You a tourist? Said the old man. Oh, no. I'm actually here on business. Just passing through, I said, surprised that he struck up a conversation with me. The old man leans closer. Business, huh? This ain't the kind of place folks usually come for business. What brings you to these parts? He said. Well, it's a bit complicated. I'm supposed to meet someone here, actually. A person who's supposed to give me some instructions, I said. The old man then smiled. Is that so? Well, it seems fate has brought us together, son," he said. Confused with what he said, I responded, "Wait, do you have something to do with this? Are you the one I'm supposed to meet?" The old man nods. In a manner of speaking, "Eh? I am the guide you seek, the one who will lead you through the paths of Grimshire, which a town all has forgotten. Come, follow me," he said. He then stood up and walked. Curiosity mingled with a hint of unease as the old man beckoned me to follow him towards the back of the Maple Leaf Inn. We entered a dimly lit corridor, away from the prying eyes of the tavern's patrons. As we walked through the corridor, there were a lot of pictures hanging on its walls. Old pictures of people from the past seem like they were taken when the town was at its peak. The corridor leads us to the backyard of the tavern, where an old pickup truck was the only vehicle parked in there. Then the old man turned to me. "Listen carefully, lad. Grimshire is not an ordinary place, you know. It carries the weight of forgotten secrets and restless spirits. To survive your journey, you must heed my instructions," the old man whispered to me. "First, do not enter any of the houses within Grimshire, eh? They hold memories better left undisturbed. Second, refrain from touching anything, especially outside the houses. Objects retain the echoes of their past, and you don't want to invite unwanted attention, eh? Third, stay on the road at all times, mate. Straying off the designated path can lead you into the clutches of entities that lurk in the shadows. Fourth, running is discouraged, you see. The inhabitants of Grimshire are peculiar, and sudden movements may trigger their curiosity or worse, their pursuit, eh? Fifth, within the first 5 miles of your journey, it'll seem as though the town is merely asleep. You are relatively safe during this stretch, but don't let your guard down, eh? Sixth, as you progress towards the 8-mile mark, the town will start to feel normal, mate. Villagers will emerge from their homes, seemingly welcoming you. Smile and greet them, but don't engage further. Seventh, if any of the villagers ask for help, politely decline and continue walking. Don't look back, even if they plead or claim their lives depend on it. It's a test of resolve, you see. Eighth, once you reach the 10-mile mark, the villagers' demeanor will change. They'll appear unwelcoming, and their eyes will hold a dark intensity. Don't meet their gaze, mate. Ninth, as you venture into the woods at the 10-mile mark, familiar faces will emerge. People you know, even if they've passed away, will cross your path. They're mere illusions, distractions meant to sway you from your course. Pay them no mind. 10th, at the 12-mile mark, these illusions will intensify, attempting to sow doubt and fear within you. Keep walking, ignore their words, and stay focused on your goal. 11th, once you reach the 13-mile mark, the exit from Grimshire will reveal itself. A town bustling with life, more populated than La Ronge, will stretch before you. But before you step foot into its welcoming embrace, burn the clothes you've worn throughout your journey within Grimshire. It'll deter the spirits that may have followed you, ensuring your safe passage, eh? As the old man concluded his instructions, a mixture of apprehension and determination coursed through my veins. I took note of all his instructions on a piece of paper to remind me from time to time, along my journey, that this list of rules will guide me through the town. The path laid before me was treacherous, but I knew that only by following these guidelines would I have a chance to survive the haunted depths of Grimshire. With the instructions imparted, the old man offered me a ride to the entrance of Grimshire. As we traversed the desolate roads, curiosity burned within me, and I couldn't resist delving into the mysteries of this forgotten town. "So, what can you tell me about the history of Grimshire? I've heard whispers, but details seem to have been lost to time," I said, curiously. The old man then took a deep breath. Grimshire's history. It has faded into the realm of legends, tales passed down through generations, eh? What little remains is a patchwork of folklore and ghostly whispers. Long ago, Grimshire flourished as a prosperous logging town, its streets bustling with life. But one winter, a devastating blizzard swept through, trapping the townsfolk in its icy grip. Legend has it that those who perished in that storm still roam its streets, forever seeking warmth and shelter, eh? As the old man regaled me with these snippets of Grimshire's legends, the car came to a stop at the entrance of the forsaken town. The air was heavy with anticipation, and the old man's eyes held a mix of concern and wisdom. The old man then handed me a bag. "Take these essentials, lad. They'll aid you on your journey through Grimshire," he said. The old man gave me a flashlight with fresh batteries, a bottle of water and food, a compass, a lighter, a small notebook and pen, and a map of Grimshire. "Thank you for these provisions. They will certainly be of great help," I said to the old man, gratefully. "Wear them as your armor, young one, and tread with caution, eh? Remember, we shall meet again on the other side of this forsaken town. May the spirits guide you safely through Grimshire," he said with a smile and reassurance. With those parting words, the old man's truck gradually faded into the distance as he retreated back towards the safety of the outside world. I was left alone at the entrance, clutching the bag tightly, ready to step foot into the unknown depths of Grimshire. As the old man's pickup truck disappeared into the distance, a wave of contemplation washed over me. I couldn't help but reflect on the encounter, and the expectations I had harbored about the mysterious figure the anonymous caller had described. I thought he would be an enigmatic presence, shrouded in an aura of otherworldliness. But he seemed like an ordinary person, wise and weathered by time. Perhaps the true mystery lies not in their appearance, but in the knowledge and guidance they possess. Indeed, appearances can be deceiving. The old man, with his deep understanding of Grimshire's secrets, held within him the wisdom garnered from years of traversing its haunted paths. There was more to him than met the eye. Regardless of his outward appearance, his instructions, and the legends he shared painted a vivid picture of the perils that await within Grimshire. It is upon me to follow his guidance and navigate through the ethereal challenges that lie ahead. With renewed determination, I took a deep breath and cast aside any lingering doubts. The road into Grimshire stretched before me, beckoning me to embark on this extraordinary journey. The mysteries of the town awaited, and I would face them head-on, armed with the knowledge bestowed upon me by the seemingly ordinary yet enigmatic old man. With Grimshire's mysteries looming ahead, I meticulously inspected each item in my backpack, ensuring their functionality and reliability. It was crucial to be thorough, as any malfunction could prove disastrous in the desolate town. I carefully examined the DSLR camera, testing its functions and battery capacity. The camera seems to be in good condition, and the battery has enough capacity to capture every detail that unfolds within Grimshire. I then moved to inspect the food provisions given by the old man. It contained energy bars and beef jerky. The staples of a journey like this. These energy bars will keep me going when I need a quick boost. Lightweight and easy to carry, they're perfect for providing sustenance on the go. Beef jerky, a savory treat for those moments of respite. I then tested the flashlight the old man gave to me if it's functional. When I turned it on, a strong beam cut through the darkness, illuminating the path ahead. The compass needle steadfastly points north, providing me with a reliable sense of direction. The lighter, with new flint and wick, lights nicely, and I think it will come in handy. I unfolded the map given by the old man. Though time has weathered its surface, the map still holds remnants of Grimshire's layout. I'll rely on its general guidance to navigate the town's winding streets and mysterious landmarks. Satisfied with the functionality of each item, I felt a surge of reassurance coursing through me. Every piece of equipment and provision had passed my scrutiny, instilling confidence for the daunting journey that lay ahead. With my preparations complete, I turned on the DSLR camera, ready to embark on my journey through the enigmatic Grimshire. I set the camera so I can film myself documenting my journey. Hey there, folks. I'm Arthur, a 21-year-old university student from Minnesota. The reason I'm here in Grimshire is simple: a thirst for knowledge and an insatiable curiosity about the forgotten tales that shroud this place. I aim to document every step, every anomaly, and unlock the enigma that Grimshire holds, I said. I know the journey ahead won't be easy. I expect apparitions, hallucinations, and memories from my own past to resurface. But it's precisely these challenges that drive me. By exploring Grimshire's depths, I hope to shed light on the shadows that have haunted this town for years. I continued. With a mixture of trepidation and anticipation, I took my first steps into the heart of Grimshire. The air felt heavy, filled with an indescribable aura of desolation. As I walked along the abandoned streets, I couldn't help but capture the eerie houses that lined my path, their silent presence speaking volumes. I pan the camera to my perspective, aiming to capture the houses near the entrance of the mysterious town. Take a look at these houses. Once vibrant and filled with life, they now stand as mere remnants of a forgotten past. Windows broken, doors ajar, each house exudes a haunting atmosphere that gives me goosebumps. I said to the camera. I focused the camera on the dilapidated structures that are found here in Grimshire. Peering through the shattered windows, one can only imagine the lives that once inhabited these decaying walls. Furniture covered in dust, cobwebs clinging to forgotten memories, it's as if time itself has come to a standstill within this town. I continued. I approach a particularly eerie house, capturing its details. This house, in particular, emanates a sense of foreboding. Its weathered facade, paint peeling, seems to hide untold secrets within its depths. Every creaking floorboard, every rustling curtain, hints at a history long gone, but not entirely forgotten, I said. As I document these chilling sights, I can't help but feel that the town itself is watching, silently observing my every move. With each step, the weight of Grimshire's mysteries grew heavier. I pressed on, my camera capturing the eerie houses as if they were whispering forgotten tales, waiting to be unraveled. As I ventured further into Grimshire, my steps interrupted the unsettling silence that enveloped the town. It was then, much sooner than expected, that I encountered a figure that sent a chill down my spine. A little girl emerged from one of the houses. I captured the little girl with my camera. She was wearing an old green dress, seemed like she was from the Victorian era. Then I thought, I haven't even walked a mile into Grimshire. How is this possible? Did I miss something? Were there rules that the old man forgot to mention? "Hello, sir. Art thou lost?" the little girl asked. Her voice was faint and carried a haunting quality. "No, I'm not lost. I'm just exploring Grimshire. Are you alone?" I said nervously. After I took footage of the girl, I subconsciously panned the camera to my face, capturing my uneasy expression. The little girl smiled eerily. "Oh, I'm never alone here. Grimshire is full of friends, thou sayest. Wouldst thou like to meet them?" she said. My eyes widened with a mix of curiosity. No, thank you. I should keep moving. Nice to meet you," I cautiously said to the little girl. I hesitated for a moment before deciding to continue walking, keeping a close eye on the little girl. As the encounter left me puzzled and unnerved, I couldn't help but question the rules I had been given. Had the old man omitted important details? Or were there unforeseen anomalies within Grimshire that defied explanation? I quickly scanned the list of rules, hoping for some guidance on interacting with the inhabitants of Grimshire. Surprisingly, there was no specific rule forbidding conversation with them. Uncertain about the consequences, I hesitated, weighing the risks in my mind. Glancing up from the list, I made the decision to continue walking, unsure if I should engage in conversation with the little girl. As I pressed on, contemplating the mysteries of Grimshire, the unexpected happened. The mother of the little girl emerged from the same house, her voice filled with concern and warning. "Stay away from my daughter, stranger. Do not engage with her," the mother said firmly, her eyes fixed on me with suspicion. Raising my hands in a gesture of non-threatening intent, I tried to assure her. "I mean no harm. I'm just passing through, trying to understand Grimshire." But the mother remained skeptical, her words laced with caution. "There's naught for thee here. This town holds dark secrets, and it is best for outsiders like thee to keep their distance." I nodded, acknowledging her warning. "I understand. I'll respect your wishes and continue my journey, but I seek answers." The encounter left me with a mixture of curiosity and frustration. What were these dark secrets the mother spoke of? Why was Grimshire guarded with such suspicion? And why do they speak that way, like an old English speaker which I have only known through fiction and films? Determined to unravel the enigma surrounding this abandoned town, I set my sights forward, my steps steady and resolute. The little girl and her mother quickly retreated into their home, casting wary glances in my direction through the window. It was as if my presence had disturbed the delicate balance of their secluded lives. As the incident unfolded, more people within their houses began peering out, their curious eyes fixated on the stranger in their midst. A tingling sensation crept up my spine, an unsettling feeling that I was being observed by unseen eyes from every direction. It felt as though the weight of their gaze bore down upon me, urging me to hasten my steps, to escape this watchful scrutiny. The temptation to break into a run surged within me, seeking refuge from their penetrating stares. But then, I remembered the rule that explicitly forbade running. Panic threatened to consume me, but I fought against it, desperately trying to regain my composure. I took deep breaths, my heart pounding, as I repeated the rule in my mind like a mantra. Running would only provoke them, draw unwanted attention, and potentially unleash unknown consequences upon me. Summoning all my willpower, I resisted the urge to flee and forced myself to adopt a calm facade. I maintained a steady pace, my eyes fixed forward, intentionally avoiding any acknowledgement of the inhabitants of Grimshire. I walked with determination, shutting out the curious gazes and whispered conversations that trailed in my wake. Though the weight of their scrutiny remained palpable, I reminded myself that my objective lay beyond their prying eyes. I had to stay focused, to persist on this enigmatic journey, and uncover the secrets that Grimshire held. With each deliberate step, I mustered the courage to disregard their presence, to remain resolute in the face of their silent surveillance. As I wandered through the desolate roads of Grimshire, a sense of disorientation settled upon me. Doubt crept into my mind like tendrils of mist, questioning the validity of the rules I had been given. Were they mere tales to deter the curious? Or did they hold an underlying truth? And what of the inhabitants near the entrance of this forsaken town? Were they ordinary people or ethereal beings, as the old man had suggested? Lost in my thoughts, I stumbled blindly, my feet unguided by purpose. And then, in an instant of unfortunate coincidence, I collided with someone, my body jolting backward and landing upon the cold ground. As I gathered my wits and rose to my feet, I found myself face to face with a figure whose features seemed vaguely familiar yet obscured by a veil of uncertainty. "Hello, Arthur." The mysterious person greeted me, their voice laced with an enigmatic tone. I peered into his eyes, searching for recognition, but the haze of uncertainty clung to my mind like a fog. The name on his lips stirred a whisper of remembrance within me, but his origin remained just out of reach. Uncertain of how to respond, I hesitated for a moment, my mind racing to make sense of this encounter. Was this person a friend, a foe, or something altogether different? The weight of his presence bore down upon me, suffused with an aura of intrigue and apprehension. Summoning whatever fragments of courage I could muster, I managed to utter a cautious greeting, my voice tinged with a hint of confusion. "Hello, do I know you?" I ventured, my words tentative and laced with uncertainty. The mysterious person regarded me with a knowing smile, his eyes gleaming with a mix of familiarity and inscrutability. "Perhaps not in the conventional sense, Arthur," he replied cryptically, his words hanging in the air like unanswered riddles. As their enigmatic response echoed in my mind, I couldn't shake the feeling that this encounter held greater significance than I could comprehend. Questions swirled within me, begging to be answered, as the journey through Grimshire took an even more mysterious turn.
That is the first part of this story. Who is the guy Arthur bumped into? What is he doing in Grimshire? Are the people in Grimshire real, or does our protagonist saw something paranormal? To get an update on this story, subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell so you'll receive all the updates from us. Also, do not forget to like and share this video, and also share our channel, The Double Dutchman. Thank you for tuning in on our stories. Till next time.